The purpose of this video is to explain how to complete problem 4.6, which is forecast increased by trend. So what you can see in front of you is a blank document, the one you have posted to Blackboard as well as being passed out in class. So you can see there's a couple of things you need to update on yours. So first one is right here. This is not an 8 but a 4. And yes, these other numbers are all correct because I typed this in by hand into Microsoft Equation Editor. It's easy enough to make a typo. So this one, and then down here, this 18 should be 17 and this should be 16.160. And the outcome is 0.84. So let's start with that. Now the next thing I want to tell you is that when we compute the fit model, we're always going to be working from left to right. So if you look at the document in front of you, before we've always gone down this way, but now we're not going to go down, we're going to go across. So let's erase that line and we're going to work from right here across. We'll get that answer will go to here, this answer will go to here. And actually this is comprised of this and this. So that's, we're going to get, actually it would be more like this. We'll make it precise here. It's going to be comprised of what we get out of this box right here and what we get out of this box over here. So let's go ahead through and do it sort of step by step so you can see what we're after. And ultimately what we're trying to get is this column right here filled in, because this is actually the forecast we want. This is where the fit forecast is. So in order to get the fit forecast, we have to compute the forecast using simple exponential smoothing. We have to compute the trend, and then we have to add those together. So you can see right here that the fit forecast is comprised of the F in the period plus the T in the period. That's what this is, the forecast and the trend. Now another thing I want to draw your attention to before we get going too far is F of 1 is right here in this cell. It's kind of hidden there. We need to write in here F of 1 equals 13. I wrote it out in words here, but maybe it's clearer to you if you see it like that. And then T of 1 is right here. I tell you the trend T is equal to 1 is given as 2. We're going to just put it up here. T of 1 is equal to 2. Because those are two things that you got to have to make the rest of this work. So we're going to start over here in period 2. It's all written out for you, but I'm going to go through it anyways. You're going to notice that we've got F of 2 is going to equal alpha times A of 2. Let's just replace that. I mean A of 1. Let's go ahead and just replace that. Minus 1 minus alpha times a quantity F of 1 plus T of 1. So now we can go ahead and plug in our values, which is a little hard to see there. So we got 0.2, that's the alpha, we have that right there, times 12. So 12 is located here, that's A of 1. That's where we got that from. Plus 1 minus alpha, and then we have 13 plus 2. So 13 came from right here. And 2 is T of 1, which is right over here, which we had pointed out before. So you add all those together and you get this 14.4. That 14.4 is now F of 2 is equal to 14.40. So we go to this next cell over here. Now we're going to be computing the trend. So we take the beta, which is right up here above, noted as 0.4, and then we have to take the difference between F of 2 and F of 1. We'll place that. So we know f of 2 is 14.4, and we know f of 1 is 13, so that's where that comes from. we got 14.40 minus 13. And then it says 1 minus beta, so we got that. And then the t of 1, which we know is right there. So we put all those numbers in. And now we have t of 2 is equal to 1.760. And remember, I told you that the fit forecast is really just f of 2 plus t of 2, or whatever is in whatever period we're in. And since we're in period 2, we've got f of 2 plus t of 2, which in this case I've got it annotated up here. 14.4 plus 17.6 is going to equal 16.16. So we'll write that in. And then we bring that over here because we're working across and we have to compute the MAD. So we've got the absolute value of A of 2, which we know is 17, minus this number we just calculated right here, 16.6. We're going to write that in. 16.16, I'm sorry. And that should equal 0.84. So we're done with that line. And now we go back to the next line here. And we're going to compute f of 3. So you can see I've got it already written out for you. But I'll write it out again. We go through, we pull out the numbers. We've got A of 2, F of 2, T of 2. So A of 2 is equal to 17, because we just did that from before. We can get that right over here if you can't remember. A of 2 is equal to 17. Minus 1 minus alpha, and then we have F of 2, which we've got right there, plus T of 2, which is right here. So we end up with f of 3 is equal to 16.328. And then we go over here to t, and we're going to do the same thing as we did before, right? We now have f of 3, which we just calculated. It's right here, right here. So we see that right there in the equation, minus the f of 2 that we did before, which is right there. 1 minus our beta, and then we multiply it times our t of 2. So that's right here. So now we've got t of 3 is going to equal 1.827. Now, just like we did before, we have to add together f of 3 plus t of 3, which is going to equal 18.155. We bring that over here. We can calculate then our forecast error. So we take the absolute value of A of 3 minus f of the fit of 3, so that's 18.155. I'm gonna have to go back here and look at what A of 3 is. A of 3 is equal to 20. So we'll go back over here and put that in. And 20 minus 18.55 is 1.845. So now let's go ahead down here to this next row. We're going to go back here. We're going to work on row number 4. So first let's just note that A of 4 is equal to 19, because we're going to need that. And this one we don't have all the numbers plugged in, so we'll go ahead and plug those in. We're looking for f of 4, which is going to equal alpha times A of 3, so alpha is 0.2, and our A of 3 is right here. We'll pull that down, that's 20, plus 0.8 times f of 3 plus t of 3. So f of 3 is here, and t of 3 is here, so we'll just pull those in. 16.328 plus 1.827. So f of 4 will equal 18.524. So we bring that over here, and now we can calculate t of 4. That's going to be our beta, which is 0.4, times the difference between this forecast and this one up here. So it's going to be 18.524 minus 16.328 plus 0.6, that's 1 minus beta, times our t from our previous period, which is here, 1.827. So t of 4 will equal 1.975. Then we go right over here and calculate our fit, which is, you know, what we're after all, right? So we have to do f of, or fit of 4 will equal our f of 4 plus t of 4, which is 18.524 plus 1.975, which will equal 20.499. And then we do the same thing over here for our MAD. Absolute value of A of 4, which I don't remember what it was here, A of 4, 19 minus 20.499, and because it's absolute value we don't have a negative. Instead we have 1.499 is our MAD for period 4. Those are absolute value signs. Okay, so hopefully this helps you. You should definitely finish off this sheet for class tomorrow, which is Thursday. And in the end, what you want to do is calculate f of 11, which is right down here, and the overall MAD, which is going to be in here. Well, actually you'll get the summary down here. Now, there are some other practice problems you can practice there, but really for clicker reasons, I will ask you questions about this, but more important than clickers, more important than extra homework problem is really trying to understand what it is you're doing here. And what do these things mean? Okay? So, I'll see you soon.